Hello everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys? I hope that you always fine and stay healthy. Welcome back to Class D EED 19 channels with me, Lukman Akbar Maulana. I'm student in English Education Department of University of Singapore Bangsa Karawang, and I'm the representative of Group 1 Critical Reading Class 4D. I'm here to be discussed about our group topic that focus to be explained about textbook previewing. So before we're going to start our material, let me spill my name and also my partner in group 1. Let me introduce ourselves. Of course, as you know, my name, Lukman Akbar Maulana, and my partner, Ashwini Syafirah Putri, Afifah Lutfia, Farihatul Alawiyah, and the last one is Putri Ainiyah Nunggraini. So, the first thing that you should know before we learn more about textbook previewing is the definition of textbook previewing. So, what is the definition of textbook previewing? Imagine you as a readers. Identifying a book before you read is commonly regarded as previewing a book. In general, a book consists of two parts. The first is cover and the second one is the body of book. From two parts of this, you as a reader can determine which part you should read to find some information. It's interesting, right? So it's an important and beneficial thing you can get after you learn textbook previewing. So with me, let's get started. Okay, after you know the definition of textbook previewing, now I want to share that the most common information that you can find when you see the cover and the body of a book. But before of that, I want to show you that I have 3 samples of textbook in my home. This is the first book that I have. This is the second book. And this is the third book. Alright, I want to tell something that there's no book have some components. Because of that, I want to spill that this is the most common information that you can find when you see the cover and the body of book. And not all book have same components. So let's get started. For the first session the first is title of the book. For this book, the title is Basic English Grammar. This is a cover session. The title is Basic English Grammar. And the next is you can find the author. The author of this book is Betty Scrammer Azar and Sketty A. Agent. And the next one is publisher. The publisher of this book is Pearson Longman. This is. And the next one is International Standard Book Number. But I'm sorry. For this book, ISBN, this is in the back of cover, not in the front of cover, but sometimes there's also have ISBN in the front of cover. But I want to tell again that there's no book have same components. And the next is book description. For this book there is no book description, but for this book there is have book description. The book description is kolaborasi penambah kosakata bahasa Inggris, or in English language is collaboration to add English language vocabulary. This is the book description. And the next one is edition. For this book, there is no edition. Maybe because Alex K. Young as the author just write this book is one only, not an upgrade edition or the second edition. But for this book, the author write this book until 3rd edition, and this book is 3rd edition. And for this book, the author is John M. Eccles and Hassan Sadali. This is an update edition of book. So this is the most common information that you can find in cover of the book. And from the body of book, you can see the title page, copyright page, foreword, introduction or preference, acknowledgement, table of contents, table of illustration, bibliography of references, appendix, and glossary, or we know that index. So for the body of book, we can learn more of this. So here we go. Alright, after you learn the most common information that you can find in the cover and the body of a book. Now we learn more specific about the body of a book. The body of a book, include two parts. The first is front matter. The second one is back matter. So what is the differences between front matter and back matter? We can see the definition of front matter. Front matter is the part of book's body which consists of things appearing at the beginning before the main text of textbook. This include the title page, copyright page, foreword, preface, introduction, acknowledgement, table of content, table of illustration, or something like that. And also, the next one is back matter. The definition of back matter is the part of book's body which consists the things appearing at the end after the main text of textbook. This include the references, appendix, glossary, as we know are index. Now we can learn more specific about front matter in the part of books. Okay, I want to tell again that most books will not contain all of this section. The below are elements most commonly found in the front matter of a book. So the first thing that you can find information in the front matter of book is half title page. I want to compare two of books that I have, this one and this one. But we can note the definition of title page. Half title page is usually this is the first page you will see when you open the book, and is mostly being served for the title. It includes just only title of the book. So we can see for this book, if we open, we can see of this book. I want to ask something. This is half title page or not? If you say yes, you are wrong, because this is not half title page, because for this book they are include publisher, include outdoor edition. It sounds like cover. This is not only include just title, so it's not half title page. But for this book, if we open, this is only include the title of the book. The title is Basic Vocabulary Generator. So this is called half title page. This is the differences. So the next one is series of title page. This book, there is no series because the author just only write one book for this book. And for this book, they have series title page. If we open once paper again, this book have the series of title page. The book of this third edition. And the next one is title page. Of course, that this is called title page, not half of title page, because if we see the definition, a page which contains the book's full title, including subtitles, outdoors, publisher, something like that. So this is called title page, not half of title page. The next one is copyright page. If we open one paper again, you can see the title of, you can see the copyright page in here. In copyright page, you can find information, include the year of publication, copyright, edition dates, and notes of typeface used in the book. And also you can find publisher address, ISBN, or International Standard Book Number, and information about the printer and translation. The next one is dedication page. For this book, there's no dedication page, but I have an example of dedication page. This is the example of dedication page. Dedication page is an optional page in which the author might list the person or persons to whom the book is dedicated. The next is table of contents. Table of contents in here. This is generally found in notification book. The table of contents is used to delineate chapter titles and subheadings. And the next is list of illustration tables. Because three of the book of this book there's no tables. Of course, there's no list of illustration tables after list of contents. But I wanna give example of list of illustration tables. This is the example. The next one is forward. Forward, a page containing an introduction to the book written by someone other than the book's author. Forwards are usually found in notification work. And next is preface. If we open again, we can see the preface after table of contents. This is preface. Preface is a page in which the book author provides additional context for the book, whether in the search of the book's inspiration or notes the creation of the book. And then acknowledgement. If we open again, we can see the acknowledgement after preface. This is acknowledgement. A list of people or organizations that were helpful or inspiring during the course of the book's writing. Sometimes acknowledgements are included in the preface, though they also might appear in the back matter. That's all information that you can find in front matter of the book. Alright, after we know the component of the front matter of a book, now we can discuss about the main of the book. The main body of the book contains the body text of the body of the book itself. Additionally, the body might contain the following 4 elements. The first is second half title. If the front matter of the book is particularly long, some books might contain a second half title. The second half title is the same aesthetically as the first half title, but it comes after the front matter. The second one is epilogue, traditionally found in fictional work. The epilogue is positioned on the recto, the right hand page, and provides a continuation to closure the story of the book's narrative. And the third one is afterward. Similar to the preface, the afterword contains a note from the author that provides additional context about the book or the inspiration that led to its writing. The fourth is postscript. Additional information about the story or narrative that takes place after the main part of the story has conducted. This might be to raise additional question or tie up narrative loose ends. So this is the 4 components you can find in the main body of the book. Okay, after we learn the front matter of the book, the main body of the book, now we can learn the back matter of the book. The back matter of the book is everything found at the end of a book after the main story has been completed. The content often provide supplementary information to aid in general understanding of the book. The first is that you can find information is appendix or addendum. For this book, this is the appendix or addendum. The appendix or addendum includes supplemental information or data to help clarify or update the main text. And then the next is endnotes. Endnotes are ordered by chapter number or page number or provide references or comment for certain part of the books. For this book, there is no endnotes. So this is the example for endnote. The next one is glossary. The glossary contains a list of terms found in the book of their definition. This is the example of glossary. The next is bibliography. The bibliography serves as complete list of every source cited in the book. So this is the bibliography, the example of bibliography. The next one is list of contributors. If the books are or part of the book were written by multiple authors, the contributors' names will be listed on the separate page. This is the example of list of contributors. And the last one is author bio. For author bio, I have the example. For this book, this is the author bio. The last page of the end of the book will normally contain an author page on which is printed a short bibliography of the author. This part of the book will usually list on the author's name, previous work, their bestseller, and the next book that the author is working on. That's all component in front matter, main text of the book, and also back matter of the book. Okay, the question is why we should do previewing before we read the book. I want to give you the benefit of previewing a book. The first is better concentration. Because you understand what you are reading about, you can concentrate more fully. The second one is better memory in asking yourself what is about, how is organized, and what is important. You are actively thinking, processing, and storing the information you read. And the next is it's fresh. Previewing only takes 5 minutes, and with improved concentration you'll be able to spend less time reading. And I want to give also the previewing step. Remember, viewers spend no more than 5 minutes. The first is title. The second one in heading. Ask yourself how is organized. And the second one, and the next is introduction. Ask yourself what is about. And the next one is every first sentence. And the next one is visual vocabulary. And the next one is end of chapter question. And the next one is the last one is summary or conclusion. Ask yourself what is important. That's all our materials today in textbook previewing. I'm so sorry if there's any mistake in my presentation. Correct me if I'm wrong. And me, Lukman Akbar Maulana, and my partner in group 1 say thank you very much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy learning.